Generic greetings and welcome to Potion Craft. Today's beverage is not exactly in need of an alchemist or mixologist, however it's still a very nice beverage. That is a peach and orange infusion. So welcome to Potion Craft. This is an Alchemist Simulator, essentially a puzzle game where you have to create various potions, concoctions and recipes for customers who may have ailments or have, let's say, questionable reasons for requesting a fire or poison potion. Either way, it's a game I have played before when it was in a free demo form, I believe, in early 2021, and I quite enjoyed it. This is the commercial release, version 0.4.1, so the typical disclaimers apply. It's early access, nothing you see is final, everything's subject to change, etc. If we go to about full version, you can see there's quite a bit missing, so naturally new recipes, new ways to make things, different reputation system, you can't upgrade your garden, things like that. Either way, what there is here is still playable, I find, and probably you'll be able to mine some fun out of it. Either way, I'll show you a little bit of it, and you can decide whether it's something for yourself or not. As always, links are in the description. So I'm going to go to continue here. There is I wouldn't really call it a story, but there's certainly a narrative going on that I don't really want to spoil. And you have a certain path where you go through, and you need to do certain things in order to go to the next chapter and such. And this will give you certain bonuses, and you'll meet different characters as they come into the shop. But anyway, the story is essentially we are an alchemist. We stumble upon this abandoned building, and we manage to occupy it. And somehow it's fully furnished with a lovely bed and bureau. But there you are. But the meat of the game is really here, where we have our alchemist equipment. I don't know if there's going to be more equipment added in the future. I would assume so, but perhaps wrongly. You have your cauldron, which you can stir. You have your mortar and pestle, and then you have this bellows here to actually brew the potion, and you can also pour water in there as well. You can also change the base, which I have not yet tried. I've only played about 2 hours of the game thus far. Probably actually a little bit less. Probably about an hour and a half, actually, in all honesty, but there you are. We're going to grab out some stuff from the garden here, so every day you will find things growing in your garden. And you see we're getting experience doing that, and that allows us to, well, let's have a look. Go over to level 14, and we can unlock things here. So I went for alchemy map visibility. We've got alchemical practice, so more daily bonuses that give experience. Green books appear on the alchemy map, increase the chance of a bonus spawning. Or we can go for trading, which is just more money. I'm going to go prices become more profitable. I find that to be useful. So the way you make a potion is quite simple. You have you're starting the center here, and you have to progress to one of these here, and each one of these is a different type of potion. So that's a healing potion, that's a poison potion, that's a light potion, that's fire. And the way you do that is by putting these different herbs and other things in. You've got like what's that, a frost sapphire? Yeah, you've got not just like herbs and mushrooms and plants, but you also have different crystals and things like that, I think you can use. And the whole point is to get to one of these in whatever the most efficient way is possible. So if I put in, for example, one of these water blooms, I can then move this over here, and then I need to work my way down. So it's about figuring out the best possible way. So this green mushroom here gets us almost towards there, but just not far enough. So is there a better way of getting there? I don't think there is. What I might try is maybe one of these brown mushrooms, and then go to the left, one of those with water bloom. So if I put that in the cauldron, what would happen is I would have to stir it, and I would get to where that X is in the center. However, we don't want that, so we want to get it further, and the way you do that is by basically crushing it. So we get our mortar and pestle, and we crush that, and you can see that as we mill these herbs, mill these mushrooms. I never milled a mushroom before, but there you go. We mill this, and you can see that's then moving down, and then finally it gets to that point. So what we'll do is we'll pick that up, and for some reason there is it's got this physical element to it, which I don't it's like completely pointless, but does seem to add something. It's just quite fun flinging these around. Anyway, we're going to put that in there, and you get this splosh, and then we can then stir this here, and you see it's moving along. And what happens, you also collect these books as well, and that basically gives us some experience. So there we go. We can stir it all we want. It's not going to go any further. These here are like, well, this sort of bone field. Essentially, it's like a dead zone. If you go in there, you start losing this bar in the center, this portion, and if it gets to the bottom, basically the portion fails. So it's something that you just can't do. So let's just mill all of these, and there we go. And I then need to start heading towards this. Now, there's various levels of portion. So if you just clip the outside, you'll have a level 1 portion. I think if you're about 50% inside, that maybe a bit more, you get a level 2. And if you're pretty much bang on, you get a third level portion. So let me just stir this, and I'm stirring it gently, and there's the level 1. So if I brew that now, I would get a level 1 portion, and I'm hoping for at least a level 2, possibly a 3. There's my level 2, and yeah, I just can't get to the level 3, so it's just off that. I can then use this water here to bring it back like this, and you see it slowly moves. Ah, but I moved it too far, so I've actually only got a level 1 portion, so I've actually gone too far. That's a shame. Anyway, what I'm going to do is just use these bellows to heat that up, and then, yeah, we've brewed it. We've brewed a weak portion of healing, and it shows you what we required. So it's base of water, and then these two here. I can either save the recipe if I had space in my recipe book. I'll get onto that in a moment, or I can finish the portion, which I will do. And there we go. We've now got, if we go down, a weak portion of healing. If I was to save the recipe, it goes into the recipe book, and then you can see on the recipe book here what I've made. So I've got a weak portion of healing. It is only, yeah, it's level 2. You can change the labels and things, and you can change like the way the thing looks, just in case you wanted to, you know, customize it and such. I haven't done that for no other reason than, well, I haven't bothered, that's it. But obviously, if you were to customize it, so say, right, all, say, fire portions are like quite thin like that, you know, it might be able to, it might be better for differentiating them, but you can mouse over them, it tells you what they are, so it's not a big problem. So I've got portion of poison, portion of mana, etc., portion of explosion. Oh, it's actually strong portion of explosion. That's a level 3 one there, so pretty good. Let's actually change that to put it in an atomizer. I do. Yeah, I don't think we're going to do that. And you can change the colours as well. I haven't really touched on the style. Obviously, it's got a look about it, and I don't really know what you would call it other than very charming. I do like the look of it, and you can see what it cost me to make this. So it's a lot of recipes. A lot of steps in here. It's like put in the fireball, stir it, put in the wind bloom, stir it, put in the fireball, stir it, pour base, you know, wind bloom. And yeah, the advantages of having this is it shows you the recipe. It also shows you the ingredients used, and mainly it allows you to either continue brewing from here, which if I click that button, well, I'll actually show you. So if I click on this one and say continue brewing from here, it gets us back to this side. So it gets us over here. And if I wanted to, I could then continue on moving and do something else, or I can just brew it like that. So that gives us the healing potion. No, actually, I don't know. Sorry, finished. It's already brewed. Or I can just brew this recipe, and it just makes one if you've got the recipe for it. Oh, you can see the label's changed. The label's changed. Right, wait, let's change that label back to that one. Oh, I've changed the bottle entirely. Oh well, it doesn't matter because they are pretty much the same. Oh yeah, they are the same, but it sadly it does. It's slightly different in terms of its makeup, but it does the same thing. Anyway, so why would we want to do all these? Well, you meet different customers. So we go to the front shop here. Hello, I'm a fruit merchant, and I often have to transport goods over great distances. Some fruits tend to spoil on the road due to heat. My friend told me I could pour frost potion in the bottom of my cart to keep the fruits fresh for days. Do you have a potion like that? Yes, I do. I do have a frost potion, so I'm going to... Oh, I can't brew the frost potion. So this is my frost potion level 1, but I can't brew it because I don't have the ingredients. Okay, well, I'll go back, and I'm sure I can get to a frost potion. Where would a frost potion be? Frost potion is not that one. It is that one there. So I need to get over to that side. So let's see what I can do. I could probably use something else in my arsenal here, I'm sure. That one would end up in the bone pile, and it also has a symbol I don't recognise. Always called Do Not Lick. That's the frost sapphire there. I guess we need to come down first. Maybe if we come down and then work our way across. But that's going to take a brown mushroom. Okay. Maybe head that way with a green mushroom and then over to the right. That could work. And what I could do, I could put the green mushroom in. We'll get that milled. You can smash it like that, and then, or just like mill it, like moving it left and right, and it does seem to change the sound as well, which is interesting. Now you see I've overshot that, but that's intentional, because what I'll do is I'll start milling this and then move over to there, and then I'll do another one again, mill that like so. Yeah, you can fling that about, but you notice the bottom of the which is the mortar and which is the pestle. The bottom of this, it's changing the colour based on what we're milling, so we're getting residue in there as well. And then I'm actually going to go past that, because I want to go past it again, like so, just to collect these papers, right? And then this line here shows what would happen if we then basically pour the liquid back in. So I'm going to try and bring it back and see if we can get a level 2. So just gently pouring that in, and nearly, tiny bit more. It's slowly edging there. Slowly. Slowly. It's not going to get level 2, is it? No. Okay, that'll have to do. So, we will brew our portion of frost and finish it. So, okay, back over. Just using either WS and D to move around, or you can click the buttons like that on the left and right as well. So, we need to sell this thing to them. So, I will put that there. And, oh yes, there. It seems to be... he seems to be quite happy with that. He says, I'll buy this potion, but won't pay very much, because it's only a level 1. It's a weak potion of frost. However, I'm going to haggle with the guy. So we get this bar that moves along, and if we press haggle in the yellow there, we get extra money essentially. You can see the scales tipping, but if you hit out there, it actually goes the other way. So luckily I'm quite okay with that little mini game there, and we've got a little bit more money. So yeah, I will say sell for 26, and there you go, and our reputation will go up as well. So greetings, our unit is making ready to attack a camp of bandits tomorrow. We want to ambush them at night when their leader is there. We need something that can light up the area and blind the bandits. I do have a potion of light, and yeah, there you go. Potion will do, but I would pay for something of higher quality. Alright, let's see what I can do. So, I want to get there. Potion of light. What's the best way I can get over there? Well, hairy banana. Interesting. And you could just go up and then to the left. I'm trying to use these common things that I haven't, but I've got a lot of, so I've got 30 of that. So we'll move over there, then we'll use this one. Mill. There we go. And that's milled. And then hopefully we'll get level 2 off this. So I've overcooked that essentially, but if I just slowly stir this, will we move down to level 2? I'm fairly confident we will. Level 2. Actually, we can get level 3 off this. Goes to there. Okay. Tiny bit of water. Come on. Come on. 3. Brilliant. Brilliant. Excellent. And that is a strong potion of light. Finish. I couldn't save it because I didn't have any extra spacing. So you can forget these things. It says, what's that, forget? Are you sure to erase this recipe? Yeah, it erases it. It just basically rips the page out. You have to buy extra pages, which is a curious mechanic. But there you are. So, will you be much more happy with this? Excellent. This potion is perfect. We're still going to haggle. So, let's say a mini game, just clicking on these yellow bits, and you can see it does slowly go back. Oh, I missed out a couple of times there. It does slowly shift to the other side. Oh, I'm totally messing this up. So, click, 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 click. Got a little bit more. Sell. Alright. Yesterday I found a stray puppy outside. When I brought it home, I saw that the back leg was injured. Do you have any healing cream or medicine for my pet? Yes, there is a potion. And I'm not... they say they're not going to pay very much. Well, have another one. No, you can only sell the one. Okay. Hi, should we trade? I got some of my... she's got herbs. Okay, so there's the banana, hairy banana. There's a lava root. Root warms the surrounding soil when in winter. There's a thunder thistle, thorn stick, ice fruit. Oh, ice fruit's pretty good, and it's 15. It's not terribly cheap. No. Can you give me any advice on growing herbs in my garden? Don't you know everything that grows so fast in the garden? It's all because of the enchanted tree. Such trees are true rarity. Practically any plant can grow next to the enchanted tree, even those that usually don't grow in that area. Okay, fair enough. So they're saying that this is an enchanted tree. And that's why things grow every day. Alchemist, I need a healing potion. I was chasing the thief yesterday. Oh, the thief? Like there's only one, not a thief. When I tried to grab them, he got me in the hip with a dagger. It's not a mortal wound, but I'm limping a bit now. I need to recover quickly and get back to work. Well, I do have a potion. It's not going to pay very much, but you know what? You know, I just want to get it. And he said it's not a mortal wound. It's fine. It's fine. See me family. Greetings today. I need acid. Don't let me down. I do have a potion of acid. A potion would do. We pay him off something higher. Let's haggle. So this is where we get different characters with questionable reasons for wanting certain portions. But you know what? If he's paying 171, do we look the other way? Oh, and look at that. You got minus 30 something or other. I think, is that popularity? I don't know. Anyway, Alchemist Path Chapter 2. Good job, you completed the chapter. With each new chapter, new visitors, order types, and portion bases, and merchants, etc. are available. Okay. Hello, I need your help. The local tavern keeper asked me to come up with special beer for specially rowdy guests. They drink too much and a cost to the customers. The tavern keeper wants to be able to give them some kind of sedative beverage on the house. Any ideas? A sedative beverage. Well, I do have a... Where is that? Sleeping, I think, over there? Yeah, let's make one of those. So what's the best way of getting over there? Probably go south, like that, with a green mushroom. Let's see, I'm looking for things that I've got quite a bit of. So, probably one of... None of these really are going in the right direction. I mean, that goes that way. We'll mill one of those and then head to the right. So put that in there and sort of mix that in. We've got... There was one that I've been looking at. I mean, that... We could just use lots of these water blooms and head over that way. We'd probably get there. I'm trying to think if there's anything more interesting. I want to know what that does. It says it's not... There's this like weird like spiral thing there. These things here, by the way, these like... areas where when you go in, you sort of like move around them. There's like a whirlpool. There's no real point in anything like that. Yeah, we're just going to go basic. And stir that over and keep going. And naturally, if you wanted to go like around this way and back, then you could do that. That's all possible and something you may want to do for various reasons to collect these things here. These books, the ones in like the browny beige colour, those are ones that you grab once, and the ones in the green are the ones that essentially spawn. So I want to try and get a better way towards that. That's not too bad. If we use this ice fruit, that one will get us there though. Let's go with that, but I want to see if I can make a slightly better portion though, because that's just going to get us level 1. Which, you know what, if we do that again, we might get to level... We might get to a level 3 if I use something like the green mushroom. Do you want to do that? Or will that give us... If I do that, will that just... Will that give us level 3? No, we'll get level 2 off it. We'll get level 2 and it doesn't cost us any rarities. So we'll get that, and then back to this guy. There's your sleeping potion. Potion will do. We'll pay him off something higher grade. Of course you would. Of course you would. But sadly, we don't have any higher grade potions here. I cannot afford to make them. And then we'll sell. Person needs to take care of goes... The person I need to, let's say, take care of goes to the bathhouse a lot. They find the steam quite good for their health. Do you have anything to add to the bucket of water to make the steam less healthy? I mean, potion of explosion. Oh god, excellent, this is perfect. Right, we are aiding an assassin here. I mean, I'm still going to haggle with the assassin. Probably shouldn't do that, but there you are. And then sell, and ooh, it says minus 30, whatever that is. It can't be good. This is the Alchemist path here on level 3, and you can see we're gaining extra experience when we do things like repair the alchemy machine, create a potion with 3 different effects, collect major experience on the alchemy map. Major experience on the alchemy map? It may be things like this one. Yeah, you can see there's various routes. I don't know how you would progress through there, and I don't know what's that way. I also don't know whether this is completely random or not, or whether there's some randomness to it, but there you are. Manual, it's in development. The legendary recipes, regions for creating... Oh yeah, alright, this is to do with the alchemy machine. Well, we can't really touch on that one. Shop upgrades ain't in the game, but we can go for alchemical practice. There you go. And then we will go to sleep. Yes, there you go. And time goes by. Day turns to night, night turns to day, and we wake up bright-eyed and go back to the garden, and then all this is grown. So we can pick all of these once again, and yeah, we will basically start the day again, and that's what you will do. You will go and talk to customers, see if they're alright. You've got your gold, your popularity level, and reputation. So popularity level, they know you know how to make potions. Alright, so yeah, we want to increase our popularity naturally, and the reputation as well. So I think there's going to be multiple types of reputations, like you could be aiding the wrong people or helping the community, etc. You've got a filter that I haven't really touched on, but yeah, you can filter things, and your things at the bottom here which tell you like what you need to do. But that is basically the moment-to-moment of the game. I'm not really going to show you much more because it's, yeah, it's more of the same thing. But you will have to go, obviously, through your days. Oh, calendar is in development as well. They haven't even figured out calendar. But yeah, the moment-to-moment is you putting in various items into the mortar and pestle and the cauldron and basically trying to find different things. You notice that I haven't really discovered much on the top left and on the top right there, and I can already tell there's one there. In fact, you know what? Should we see what's there? We'll have a little bit of an explore. Why not? It seems quite rude not to do that. So I'm going to use our Shadow Chanterelle here. We'll get that all just mixed up, and obviously we'll go ahead and, well, get that bit of experience. And then we're going to start heading up north. So we'll use that. I'll put that in and give that a little bit of a stir around. Can you just take... Yeah, you can take the spoon. Can you mix these two up? No. No, you cannot. Go back in there. There you go. And back to milling that. We're going to go into this little whirlpool. I guess it shows you that when in use, and you go into that, and then oh, looks like it went actually straight through it. Interesting. Anyway, over to the top here, and this is where we are going to collect some more stuff. And okay, so it's a bit more difficult now. How am I going to get up there? I'll have to move to the right, so I'll have to use this water bloom, and then up to the north. Unless there's something else I can use. That is perfect for missing out everything. I also know there's a line going there. See that line? I think that's indicating that there's something of note up there. So I'm just going to look through and see what perhaps we could find. That isn't too bad. That one, whatever that one was. Where is it? It's a witch mushroom. Okay, I'm going to use that one. And it's going to head us into here. No dramas. Oh. So you see, we were scraping the edge of this, and it was bringing that down, and it almost failed. But, well, it didn't. So I'm going to put it there. And I think we can get a level 3 off this, whatever it is. So a tiny bit of base liquid, just to dilute the concoction. Tier 3. Alright, there we go. And we have got a strong potion of bounce. Huh. That's... yeah, How are we going to store it? It's going to be all over the place. Hello. This is a wizard. And, they're selling enchanted paper and an alchemy machine. Obviously, I want the alchemy machine, but I also want at least one paper, just because then I'll be able to store some more recipes. I think there's another type of paper you can get where essentially you can rewrite it, whereas these ones are like, well, it's paper, it's just permanent. But you've got different trades and stuff, so thank you very much for that. Where do you get the enchanted paper from? Don't really care, to be honest. What have his answer for? Oh, hang on, we've seen this before. Hello, a log fell on lumberjack at the sawmill. He's alive, but his leg is in bad shape. Have you got anything to help him heal? Look, he'll bounce back. No, that's... Okay, with that terrible joke, we are going to leave it there. That is a bit of potion craft. It is a game where you create potions and concoctions and meet different people, and I quite enjoy it. I find it quite a chill experience. It's... It is a puzzle game, essentially, but one that is not overly stressful. It's presented in this lovely style. The music, I think, is a bit repetitive. We could do with some more tracks, but I think if we check out part of the full version, I think it does say that, yeah, new goals, upgrades, talents, sound, music. To be fair, that's just an overall of, yeah, we're putting more stuff in. But what is here is playable, but I would say that, you know, there's a lot in this list of stuff that is missing. So if you're one that is not bothered about holding off until it's finished, then, you know, maybe one for a later date. But if you do jump in, I think you will mine some fun out of this one. And yeah, with that said and done, we're going to leave it there. That's been a bit of potion craft. If you want to see more, by all means, let me know. If you have any tips, suggestions, etc. for different things we could have made, or ways of doing things, or just any mistakes that may have been need of correction, then by all means, let me know. Either way, hope you have enjoyed the video. Thanks very much for watching. Take care, and generic partings.